One fight between like guys who retired and came back that I'm still interested in seeing is him and Manny. And I know they're going to do that on Netflix.
Floyd.
I think that's still a high level fight, though. That's what I love about it, because I think Manny is still a high level fighter. And Floyd, even in these exhibitions that he's been
He be
doing,
looking good, huh?
he looks great, man. He looks great in sparring. You see him at sparring, like, good Lord, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's lost a step. I always say that if you wanted to have a style that you emulate where you want to have a great career, look at that guy. Like, really, very few times in his career ever got hurt.
Yeah.
Very, very few. You can count them on one hand.
Yep.
And then when in rematches, oh my God. In rematches, he's always just like, so like Maidana. Like Maidana, the first fight was a rough fight.
Yeah.
Second fight, he looked like a master.
In a tense Joe Rogan podcast discussion, Joe Rogan dissects Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, then suddenly predicts a winner, and the shocking call leaves boxing fans completely stunned and divided.
Is efficient, and he's going to get tired easier. Mayweather is one of the greatest, if not the greatest boxer of all time. I say there's a real good argument he's the greatest of all time because he's undefeated, 50-0, and really only been hurt by Sugar Shane Mosley and Maidana, two guys in a spectacular career, 50-0. If you look at his style, he's got a brilliant style. His style is take the minimal amount of damage, find your openings, and then establish your game and then dominate. He's the most intelligent in terms of his overall strategy to preserve his health, yet to always win. I mean, he's the most intelligent. He's so good. You know, all the greats have suffered losses and setbacks, and except him.
According to Joe Rogan, Floyd Mayweather isn't just great, he's the greatest boxer of all time, a near untouchable force whose dominance feels almost unnatural, the kind that quietly builds resentment as crowds gather hoping, almost begging, to finally witness his downfall. Yet every time the moment seems close, it slips away, and somehow, impossibly, he walks out untouched again.
And he's super smart about how he sets up fights. He sets up, one of the things he does is he talks a mess of shit and gets everybody wanting to root for him to lose. He'll show you all his Rolls Royces. He'll show you all his money. He'll show you all his watches. And everybody's like, he's going to go broke. He's going to go broke. But he never does. He keeps making money. He keeps making.
He admired Floyd Mayweather's calculated style, explaining how he doesn't rush or panic but lingers in the shadows of a fight, watching, measuring, almost baiting his opponent into a mistake, then striking the instant a crack appears, cold and precise, no wasted motion, no hesitation, and he emphasized that this exact patience is what unfolded in the first clash against Manny Pacquiao, where every opening was quietly taken away until the outcome felt inevitable, and now he believes that if a rematch ever happens, the pattern wouldn't change, the same slow tension, the same calculated traps, and once again, Floyd would close the door with another controlled, undeniable win.
Did the Manny Pacquiao in their fight, and Manny Pacquiao apparently had a fucked up shoulder, but that's what he did to Ricky Hatton. Dominated Ricky Hatton, who at the time was, one of the best in the world, and a guy that a lot of people were interested in seeing how he would do against Mayweather. And then the second fight with Maidana, you get to see the brilliance of Mayweather because you knew he got clipped in the first fight. So he digested all of Maidana's movements and what he did wrong in the first fight, and he came out in the second fight and just put on a clinic. He's the best of all time.
Yeah.
The reason why it was close is because Mayweather let him blow his wad.
Right.
He just let him... Look, he clipped Mayweather with a legit left uppercut early in the fight, and I was kind of stunned. I was like, wow.
When Floyd Mayweather labeled the rematch an exhibition, it instantly ignited controversy, casting doubt over the fight's legitimacy and leaving fans questioning what was really unfolding behind closed doors. But now the tension appears to be shifting as fresh reports hint that both camps are quietly moving toward finalizing the bout, with BoxingScene.com revealing that Manny Pacquiao claimed Mayweather Jr. had formally agreed their September 19th clash would instead be a professional contest. And while that revelation changes everything on the surface, Manny has also dropped subtle insights in another interview, adding a layer of intrigue that suggests there may be more happening beneath the negotiations than anyone expected.
Exhibition, or is it going to be a sanctioned match?
No. sanction match.
Awesome. Manny, are you happy that you're gonna get the second opportunity? It seems like you guys are gonna actually get in there again. Are you very excited to redeem yourself?
Yeah.
I know you spoke a lot about you were injured in the first fight and all, but what would this win mean for you in particular? Personally, you've accomplished so much, 8th division world champion and all. But what would a win over Floyd mean to you?
Oh, this is very important. I want to give him a one.
Is it a bragging rights thing for you, Manny? Like you can prove you're better than him? Nah? You can prove you're better than him? Is that what this is? It's about still showing you're better than him?
Just want to teach him.
Moreover, journalist Lance Pugmire revealed that Manny Pacquiao quietly told him Floyd Mayweather has finally stepped in, come to the table, and agreed to their fight terms, a shift that feels sudden, calculated, and almost too smooth, as if something behind the scenes has forced the moment into place.
Pacquiao reached out to me yesterday. We talked on WhatsApp actually, and he said the fight is on. Floyd has come to the table. Everything's fine. We're good to go. I know Floyd has come out with a statement today saying not everything's done. And I'm not gonna look. I used to work for them, so I'm not gonna call Fight Hype Floyd's mouthpiece, but he definitely chooses to talk to Fight Hype first and foremost. And so I think that they want to put their own spin on this and report it their own way. That's fine. And we know that Floyd always wants things on his terms. So he's going to formally announce it whenever he's ready to. But according to Pacquiao, they are happy with where they're at right now with this deal, and having the confirmation from Floyd that the fight is going to be a real fight. Again, September 19th. On Netflix at the Sphere.
Manny Pacquiao also revealed that Sphere is the confirmed battleground for the rematch, shutting down doubts while stressing that money isn't a limiting factor like many assume, making it clear this isn't just another fight but a calculated global spectacle, one designed to echo worldwide without being restrained by financial pressure or hesitation.
White said that the production of the Sphere is going to be challenging for you and your team.
Very challenging. It's a big amount of money involved.
A lot of money?
But it's gonna bring a lot of money.
But it's gonna happen, right?
But it's gonna be, expensive, but it's gonna be good, like beautiful.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Nice.
You guys are gonna break all of Netflix's numbers, Manny. You guys are gonna break all of Netflix's numbers.
I don't know.
Manny Pacquiao is back in the gym with legendary trainer Freddie Roach, reigniting their iconic partnership ahead of the rematch, but this reunion carries a sharper edge, as the two reconnect inside the storied Wildcard Boxing Club where it all once clicked, with Pacquiao reportedly diving into intense training again, moving with a familiar rhythm that mirrors his prime, yet now it feels more urgent, more calculated, like every session is building towards something bigger waiting to unfold. Teofimo Lopez said the rematch is clearly a spectacle, even calling it a calculated money grab for both fighters, yet there's an edge in his tone as he admits it still holds a strange pull, something hard to ignore, and he went on to praise Floyd Mayweather for repeatedly orchestrating massive events like this, suggesting that's the real reason fans keep tuning in, drawn in every time despite knowing exactly what they are walking into.
Mayweather, it's all about the money and entertainment. Entertainment, he deserves it. Both of them do. Manny needs the money to pay the U.S. taxes. It's all love. It's all good entertainment, baby. At least said that.
Right. Did you see all the videos of Floyd saying he's coming back?
Yeah, I see
what do you think about that? I told about that first.
Tell me about it. But like I said, he even said it's entertaining business, man. Floyd could do whatever he wants, and everybody would still watch him. That's the best thing about.
Joe Rogan said Floyd Mayweather deserves for more respect than he gets, even if most people refuse to say it out loud, pointing out a strange divide where fans attack Floyd's attitude, the arrogance, the persona, the silence that irritates crowds, yet they completely fail to separate that noise from the cold reality of his skill, which operates on another level entirely, untouched by emotion or opinion, and Rogan stressed that this disconnect is exactly why Floyd's greatness keeps getting argued instead of understood.
He's a monster. I give him a lot of respect. I do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not a lot of people do, but
they're crazy.
The man's just being him.
Well, he talks a lot of shit, but you got to separate that from what he does.
Yeah, I mean,
like when you watch him fight, the guy is defensively spectacular.
Yeah.
He knows exactly. When you watch the Canelo fight, I've watched the Canelo fight at least 3 times. And when you watch him stand in front of Canelo throws a left, he's over here. He throws a right, he's over here. Pop, take that jab with you.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm back here now. And Canelo is like just whiffing, just throwing punches. You can see the look in his face like, God damn it, I'm in here with a master.
Yeah.
This is a master boxer, and I'm learning.
Floyd Mayweather's entire approach to fight promotion and negotiations feels tightly sealed, almost like a locked system he alone controls, where nothing escapes without his approval, and every detail moves on his schedule. He is known for keeping absolute command over when information surfaces, often holding back official announcements until every condition matches his personal demands. Instead of rushing public confirmation, he stays private, strategic, and deliberately distant, ensuring leverage never slips away during the process.
That's where we're at right now. Let's just bide our time, enjoy talking boxing, and then at some point Floyd is going to say, I'm all in.
Yeah, I think Floyd's one of those guys where when it comes to negotiating, he's not going to meet you halfway. He wants you to come over to his side of the table, and then when he's ready, we'll go. That's the competitiveness in him. He always wants to win. He's trying to win every talking point, every negotiating, every conversation.
Including the conversation of whether the fight.
There is also a growing cloud of uncertainty around who actually speaks for Floyd Mayweather in negotiations, with shifting advisors, rotating promotional figures, and past ties to high-profile boxing executives making it difficult at times to tell whether a statement truly comes from him or echoes through layers of his inner circle, creating a fog where every announcement feels slightly detached from its source, almost like it's been filtered before reaching the public. Yet beneath all that confusion, one point stays sharp and unchanged: the final decision never leaves Mayweather's hands, and no matter who speaks first or how the narrative is shaped externally, he remains the ultimate authority behind every career move and business call, reinforcing his long-standing image as a fighter who doesn't just compete in the ring but fully controls everything around it.
Anything else? I mean, who actually is the mouthpiece for? Paulie brought a great point. Who is the mouthpiece responding for Floyd and his team? Is it actually Floyd that came to this not announcement, but came to this agreement? Yes, this is the contract was signed. Yes, it is a fight. Or was it representatives of Team Mayweather?
He's working with another individual, but again, this is all, it always goes through Floyd. I know that in the past, he had Leonard Ellerbe representing him, briefly reconnected with Richard Schaefer, formerly of Golden Boy Promotions. And now Floyd has another representative that he works closely with. But look, at the end of the day, this is all about Floyd Mayweather and what he wants to do and what he's going to commit to. And he's his own man. We know that.
Yeah, we talked quite a bit about this yesterday, and again, we're going to be talking about this up until it actually does happen, but it is good to hear that it is officially on, so we don't have to have this he said, she said situation.
Easy.
But
easy.
He said. There you go.
Manny Pacquiao suggests that Floyd Mayweather's hesitation to move forward with a fully sanctioned professional fight is rooted in the fear of losing the one thing that defines his entire public image: the undefeated record, a perfect zero that isn't just history anymore but a weapon, a marketing engine, and the foundation of every exhibition, appearance, and high-profile event he attaches his name to, keeping the illusion of invincibility alive. And in Pacquiao's view, the moment that shield breaks, the commercial power behind it collapses with it, stripping away the leverage that keeps Floyd in constant demand. Yet even while making this sharp criticism, Pacquiao still tempers his words with respect for Floyd as a fighter, acknowledging his greatness in the ring, but he makes it equally clear that respect cannot replace obligation, insisting that contractual terms must be honored and the agreed professional fight should move forward as promised rather than being reshaped into yet another exhibition.
I think he's scared of losing. I mean, he's scared of losing because that's his, his leverage for, to go around and have exhibition because of his undefeated record. But if that record will ruin, then what else that he can leverage for to go around and have an exhibition match?
I mean, he could leverage what you do. You've lost fights because you fought everyone, right?
Yeah.
So you're still one of the greatest fighters who ever lived, and you can leverage the fact that you're Manny Pacquiao. But you think it means that much to him to be undefeated, that even though there's so much money on the line and he's already signed it, he now wants it to be an exhibition?
then that's I always say that it doesn't matter if you're undefeated fighter and you are.
Yeah.
What I can say is like he's a self-proclaimed GOAT. He cannot claim he can't even claim in which part that he can claim that he's the only. He cannot claim that he's the only undefeated fighter who retired. There's a lot of fighters, at least more than 15 fighters who retired undefeated. So, but I can claim with some of those. The only 8 division and the only fighter who became a world champion in 4 decades, 4 different decades. 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020. So, but I'm not raising my own chair. I let the fans decide.
Manny Pacquiao suggests the fight should have happened much earlier, when both he and Floyd Mayweather were at their physical peak, implying Floyd deliberately steered away from the highest risk version of that clash, choosing timing over danger and protection over confrontation, reinforcing Pacquiao's long-running belief that the undefeated record was prioritized above the toughest possible challenges. And although they eventually met in 2015 in a fight that shattered financial records and became the biggest boxing event in history in terms of revenue and pay-per-view scale, it still left a strange emptiness for many fans who felt it arrived years too late, after the sharpest edge of their primes had already faded. And now Pacquiao elevates any potential rematch into something far heavier than a normal fight, framing it as a defining chapter of his career where legacy matters more than belts, where pride replaces promotion, and where the outcome is less about numbers and more about finally rewriting the unresolved question of who truly stood above the other.
To me, this sounds like this comes down to what does Floyd value more, money or his own, right? And Manny, look, obviously it didn't go your way when you fought Floyd in 2015. Still the biggest fight in boxing history, business-wise, shattered all the records. Everything you accomplished, Max saying that you're number 2 pound for pound ever.
That's right.
If you do beat Floyd, where would that rank for you in terms of your accomplishments, even at this age?
At this age?
Yeah, like, how would this rank as far as accomplishments if you
Of
do
all the
beat
things
Floyd?
you've done in your career, the fights with Barrera, Morales, Ledwaba, Margarito, Mosley,
Even Keith
Cotto,
Thurman at that age.
Hatton, like where would this rank?
This is the most important fight in my career because a lot of people like who is the greatest, who is the like the blah blah blah, who's the winner like that. Because Floyd Mayweather is just like running around, and he won the fight.
Joe Rogan explained that Floyd Mayweather's fighting style didn't just evolve, it transformed into something almost unrecognizable over time, starting with the Pretty Boy Floyd era where he fought with aggression, risk, and a willingness to trade in dangerous exchanges that left him briefly vulnerable, but as he shifted into the Money Mayweather identity, everything tightened, slowed, and sharpened, turning into a system built on patience, timing, and avoidance of unnecessary damage, where he no longer chased fights but waited inside them like a trap, studying every movement until the smallest opening appeared, then punishing mistakes with cold precision. And Rogan emphasized that this evolution is exactly what made him so suffocating in his later career, producing shutout-level performances and controlled victories over elite opponents like Canelo Alvarez, while even explosive fighters such as Shane Mosley found themselves disrupted once Floyd adjusted mid-fight, because he wasn't just defending anymore, he was decoding rhythm in real time, stripping away offense until opponents were left fighting their own hesitation instead of him.